And so we're sort of just like waiting for her to wake up, and she's not waking up. And then we realize she's not breathing. And I'm like, oh my God.
She died?
Sorry, I'm not laughing. I mean, I am laughing, but.
She died?
Welcome back to another episode of After We Wrap, the show that's all about who we are when the cameras stop rolling. You guys heard two woos because we have a guest today. I am your host, Gabriella Ortiz, and you already saw our wonderful, beautiful, lovely guest.
Oh.
She's been in so many amazing projects like Christmas, Bloody Christmas, and the most recent on Apple TV's Government Cheese. Yeah. And back for the second time is Riley Dandy.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for having me back.
Yes.
Of course. I mean, we did say we were going to come back.
I know. It's just you never know if people are full of shit when they say that.
That's
true.
Are you kidding? I wanted to offer you a host position.
That's the other thing. We were like, can we make her a co-host?
No, you guys would get so tired of me by then.
Never.
I like being able to like come in and be like, wow, that was such a fun episode, and then leave you wanting more.
And
Is that how you like? Do you like acting roles like that? Do you want to just do the ones that like pop in and like crush it, or do you want to like long-term parts? I guess that's a dumb question.
No, it's not a dumb question.
We all want long-term parts.
Well, yeah, of course, but also I think it changes because like my first couple of experiences on like professional sets were leading roles, and I was like, this is amazing. This is so great, and it is amazing, and it is so great. But I will say, when you popping in for a couple scenes, you're like, I'm in this new city and I'm working for 2 days out of 2 weeks. So I'm going to go explore a little bit. Yeah. So I think both of them. Both of them.
Man, I want to work.
That being said, I still want to play leads.
Yes.
100%.
Hire us.
Please, God. Please, for the love of God.
I'm so bored.
You're like, right now I'm actually really bored. Fucking leave.
I don't want to keep working these hourly jobs. Okay. Anyways, compose yourself.
Got it.
So what you been up to, girl?
Oh man. So as I was saying to you earlier, we went camping in Patagonia in Chile.
Wait, when was this?
So this was over Christmas. We've been traveling like this whole year.
Awesome.
Which has been great. Yeah. And we did that, and then we did Brazil for 2 weeks for New Year's. And that was so much fun. Ooh. It was so great. I want to go back to Brazil now. Like it was, have you been there?
No.
It's so cool and vibrant, and the people are amazing, and like everyone's just doing their thing. Like I just, at least my experience of it, like it felt like everyone was so respectful of like whatever the hell anyone was doing. Like everyone just sort of like kept to themselves, and yeah, it was really lovely, and the food's amazing. And then we went to Australia to go visit some family, and then went to Fiji, and then I filmed a movie in Jersey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What movie?
It's called Nanny Cam, and it was directed by JWoww from Jersey Shore, Jenny Farley.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Can you talk about the project a little bit more, or is it still hush hush?
I think it's been pretty hush hush, but it's a horror movie, which is
and
stuff I like to do.
When are we expecting for it to come out?
I think next year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stay
I think
tuned,
so.
Everyone.
Yeah, the lead is Katie Cassidy. She's great.
Okay.
Yeah, Jenny Farley. She's it's her second film she's directed.
I didn't know she was directing.
She is. She
That's cool.
she's obviously still very much involved in Jersey Shore, but her like love is horror movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Learned something new.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, when was the last time we spoke?
It was just before
right
Christmas.
before Christmas.
Yeah.
Right before Christmas. Okay. So
Yeah.
oh man. I love that you both love to travel. Who is the planner?
Dennis, 100%.
Oh, really?
Do I come off like a planner?
Little bit.
Kind of. You come off like, you like to, I would have guessed just you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think that's sexist, Shane. But Dennis is 100% the planner.
I love that. I love that for you.
He is very structured.
He's so structured, but we travel really, really well together because he does, I will say I do plan. Just in different ways. I figure out what I want to do in the place. So I'll be like, we have to go to this restaurant. There's all these sites that we need to see. We got to go to this place. And then he makes the logistics work. So he's like, okay, well, if you want to eat at this place, this, place to go sightsee is near here. So we'll do that on this day. And he books the flights and the trains and all the things. So I
Incredible.
think we're like, I'm the fun, he's the structure, and then
Okay.
we merge
Oh,
together.
I love that.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I'm the planner girl.
Are you like,
No,
You don't wanna-
he gets too stressed.
okay, well, same. I also, why do flights change?
What do you mean?
Why do prices of flight? I understand supply and demand. I get it. Like no one actually.
But on a
answered this
daily
question.
basis, they're
Oh, yeah,
different
they're
per
always- I
today,
was
today,
told-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was told to purchase flying tickets on a Wednesday
But, oh, why?
because that's when they're the cheapest apparently.
Okay, this is good to know.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's made to
Yeah.
be confusing and
Yeah.
and it becomes a game kind of because like you see the little chart
Uh-huh.
of like when the prices drop and you're like we really got to buy these tickets, but what if the price drops tomorrow? So then
Yeah.
it keeps you waiting, but then surprise the price goes up
Yeah.
and now you're paying twice the amount. And I just think it needs to be steady.
I agree. I
Yeah.
wish there was like a reservation like on hold type of thing.
Yeah.
Where you can like put the deposit and just like, oh, if you don't book this flight, then we'll take half of that deposit.
Yeah,
you
or
know?
yes, yeah.
Whatever. But like
I just think it's
I
so
just hate
stupid.
that. That happened when we were gonna go to Puerto Rico, like for this past Christmas. I was looking at flights and I'm like, okay, these are $200 on JetBlue. Cool. I'll get them. I get paid in a couple of days. So let me get them. And they were already like $400, $500 by the time I got them. And I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
So it is double. So I understand.
It's such a bummer.
But also lately it's been a little bit nerve-wracking to travel. I was terrified traveling to Chile this past
Yes.
month because
Especially, you said that you're a nervous flyer already,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So were you just like,
How was I? I don't know. I kind
You
of
were pretty numb.
oh,
I kind of blacked out.
Well,
I was
no,
just
you
Yeah.
like,
down some mimosas beforehand.
good.
Oh,
as
yeah.
you should.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, but yeah, I can't remember. So that's good.
yeah. It is scary though, because also you know the odds when you get in a car. You're like, okay, I'm trusting all of these people to drive safely around me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna pick up my phone, hopefully. The odds when you get in a car.
Yeah.
I do not want to gamble when I get on a plane.
Yeah.
I want everything to be as
Mhm.
as professional and put together. I don't want to be a part of one of the stories when they're like,
I know.
there were a couple screws loose on that
I
one.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
I know.
that shouldn't be a thing.
Mm-mm.
And now
Well,
with the air control.
the return, my mom was flying back. The whole family flew back a week later after we left. And when my mom was flying back, I remember being on my phone and seeing the news that a plane in Puerto Rico in the airport,
Yeah.
one of the wings caught fire.
Yeah.
But it was fine. Everyone was safe. But my mom sends on the group chat, she's like, oh, we had to spend another hour on the air because our plane got fire. And I was like, Mom, you were behind that plane? So like
Terrifying.
the stress of knowing that she was this close
Yeah.
to the plane that caught on fire in the airport, it was just so
Yeah.
real. And I was just like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
It's just I'm on the when we take off, I'm over here like, Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos.
Yes.
Like it's just insane.
Okay. I have a
It's
question for you then.
Yes.
Do you have superstitions when it comes, or are you just like, you're praying?
I'm praying.
Okay.
And then I have flashbacks of what's that movie, Final Destination, when
Yeah.
they get out of the plane. It's Devon Sawa was like, it's gonna
Yeah.
explode.
Yeah. I'm not a religious person. So I have this moment though, when if there's like really bad turbulence or something, I go, when do I start praying?
Yeah.
Like, when, when do I start praying? Because
You gotta know we've like never spoke.
I'm like, we haven't spoken since I was probably 9. Hope you remember me.
But
So-
miss you.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty well. Don't know if you heard. Yeah. And I will say though, I do have superstitions. Like anytime a plane takes off, I have to lift up my feet from the tarmac. This is I've done this since I was little. I like when the plane starts to go, I lift up my feet and I wait until the plane's up and I feel like I can do it. And then when we're walking into the plane, I always have thank you. I always have to touch the outside of the plane with my right hand.
Ooh, I love that.
I just have to touch the metal.
Okay.
And if I don't do it, I'm like, we're gonna go down.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I do have is I can't listen to certain songs when we're taking off.
Oh.
Like if the song is too stressful, like I don't know, let's say Linkin Park.
We're going
you know.
down.
Yeah. Like I can't. There was or maybe maybe I was watching a war movie. I was like trying to let me watch this movie. And then of course there's like and I'm like, I can't.
No.
But at the same
Absolutely
time,
not.
I was trying to distract myself from flying, but the movie was so stressful that it was already giving me anxiety.
Oh
and then
my
it was
God.
so it was a lot. So sometimes, I guess it's I can't watch certain movies. I can't listen to certain songs.
Yeah, I get that. I would say that's like kind of a superstition, probably. Can I tell you a quick travel story?
Please.
Because this is crazy. So last year, also please forgive me if I've told you this. I don't think I have. Last year I went to Europe with my mom and my sister. They had never been. Actually, a good way to bring this around. I had to join later. My mom and my sister had to go without me because I was shooting government cheese. I got that job and was like, okay, I'll just come to you like 2 days later. So I'm on this overnight flight to London on my own, and we're like, I don't know, 7 hours into the flight. So we have like 3 hours left, 4 hours left. And I'm dead asleep, like dead to the world, have my sleeping mask on, earplugs in. And all of a sudden I feel something like hit my arm really hard. And I'm on the aisle, always on an aisle.
Yeah.
So that I can pee. But I feel something hit me really hard. And then this big like thud on the ground. And I rip my mask off and I look and this woman's just like unconscious on the ground in the aisle next to me. And I was like, oh, and sort of looking around and everyone's asleep. But there's this woman literally just like on the ground. And then the guy in the aisle seat across from me, he's the only other one awake. And he's like, do you know what happened? And I was like, no, I just like felt something hit me and then this big noise. And he's like, I don't know either. And he's like, do you know her? And I'm like, no, do you? And he's like, no. And so we're sort of just like waiting for her to wake up and she's not waking up. And then we realize she's not breathing. And I'm like, oh my God. And also everyone's asleep. So he like gets on top of her and straddles her and starts giving her CPR.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I have to do it. I have to do the doctor thing.
Are you trained in any way?
No.
But you felt, we've all thought this.
Like literally, it was like a movie. I had to stand up and go, we need a doctor. And it was the middle of the night. And also like my adrenaline was so high. And this woman's dead.
Doctor.
And everyone's like, what is she saying? And I was like, we need a doctor. And what's so fucked up about this is that this is the real kicker. When we're loading onto the plane, this little 5-year-old girl, at the beginning of the flight, this little 5-year-old girl passes by me in a Doc McStuffins doctor outfit.
Oh my God.
And I go, if we need a doctor, we know who to call.
Oh my God. She comes running.
You couldn't make this up. I remember going, oh my God, it's because I made that joke. Oh my God. And so all these like flight attendants come over and they're like, oh my God, what happened? We're like, we don't know. So they're giving her CPR and they're like, she has no pulse. And we're like, this woman is dead. And everyone's awake at this point and sort of just watching. And I'm like trying to help. It was literally in the aisle right next to me. So I'm like, I don't know how involved I need to be. I'm also not trained. So they're probably like, get the fuck out of our way. And it was so scary. And then on the intercoms, they're like, okay, we need a medical professional. Are there any doctors on board? No real doctors on board, just Doc McStuffins. And so then they're like, okay, we might have to reroute to Greenland because apparently we were over Greenland at this point.
God.
Everyone on the plane goes, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, we got places to be, but we have a dead lady on board.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this woman goes,
no,
and comes alive. And everyone's clapping and everyone's like,
She goes, I had gas. I'm sorry.
So then they're like, oh my God, you're with us. Yay. Like, please don't get up. I think you've got a concussion because she smacked her head really hard. And they're like, do you know where you are? And she's like, no, I have no idea why I'm on this airplane. And she didn't know where she was going. And she goes, oh, wait, I think I have a boyfriend in London. And they're like, okay. And she starts going, can you bring me my makeup? And this woman's still on the ground, not allowed to get up. And they're like, no, honey, we're gonna, like, we've got time. Stay on the ground. And then she goes,
What?
She died?
sorry, I'm not laughing. I mean, I am laughing, but
She died?
Shane,
momentarily.
stop it.
Momentarily. So she goes away again. And everyone's like, and they're like giving her CPR and doing all the things. And then they had to get the defibrillator. Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Defibrillator?
Don't ask me.
And I've never seen anyone do this except for in movies. And they like rip her shirt open and they're like, goong, and she comes back and she's fine. She's fine.
Is this a condition or like?
I don't know. And they were like, are you on meds? She's like, I don't know.
I missed the part. How old do you think she was?
She was like middle-aged. Actually, I remember this because they were reading her birthday out because they found her ID.
Uh-huh.
She had the same birthday as my mom. So she'd be, at the time, she would have been 61.
Wow.
Yeah. And then by the time she was able to just go and sit back in her seat, she was doing her lipstick and was like ready to potentially go meet a date.
Just got shocked to shit.
Yeah. And they were like, ma'am, we have a doctor waiting for you at the airport. Like, you're not going anywhere. And people didn't realize she didn't realize how serious it was. And I went up to her before we landed and I was like rubbing her leg and I was like, I'm so happy you're here.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And she was
man.
like, okay, thank you. So traumatizing.
And she had no idea that she had
She didn't
basically
realize.
died.
Yeah, like
twice.
she didn't realize. Like people were telling her she didn't have a pulse and she was like, I feel fine.
That is insane.
No, it was the craziest. Anyway, that's my travel
Wow.
story. Yeah. It was crazy. But it was just so, like, it's funny now because, also, I hope she's okay. But it's funny now because I just remember being like, I shouldn't have made that joke about that 5-year-old doctor.
Maybe your superstitions are right.
I
Maybe
know.
Keep raising
I
your
know.
feet up.
And then the woman sitting next to me.
Or maybe it was the kid who saved her somehow energetically. Like,
Her magic.
maybe it was
Dr.
you.
McStuffins magic.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. And I remember the woman sitting next to me. I was like, I feel bad for making that joke. And she goes, I know, I thought the same thing.
She said that about
Yeah.
your joke?
She was like this young 21, 22-year-old. And she was like, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, you really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Actually.
Anyway, that was just,
That is
that
so
was
funny.
so traumatic.
And then you
we still had hours left. And I was just like, what do we do from now on?
You landed in London and you
had a
went
great
to
time
work
with my mom and sister.
or vacation. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever seen someone die?
No.
Have you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
It's brutal.
No.
I mean, obviously, it's quite literally.
I mean, obviously, like, almost in the sense, like, they're in, the hospice type of thing.
Oh, yes.
But, like, I wasn't present when my grandfather or, like, this one uncle I had, but it was, like, I was there 20 minutes before it happened type of thing. Not
Yeah.
my grandfather. I had this one uncle. But no. Oh,
It's weird watching someone's life go out of their eyes.
I can't
It
imagine.
is. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like you cannot fake it.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be so good at acting like you're dead, but
Mhm.
there's just
And I do it all the time.
Yeah, you
On a daily basis
All
when
of a sudden
Gabby
you're
comes to like kiss me in the bed, I pretend like I'm dead.
do you actually
No, but that's very fun to
That's
think
funny.
about doing.
I-
Shane?
Wait, have you had scenes where you had to die in any projects?
I don't think.
I don't-
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was like a short. It wasn't any.
And what about you, Riley?
Have I died?
Yeah.
Yes, I've died in a movie. My 10-year-old niece still, she's like, that traumatized me so bad when I saw you die.
Aw.
And she goes, do it again.
But I
Do
liked it.
Yeah.
Show me.
So whenever I'm with her, I'm like, okay. It's very funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
gotta be-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, I hope that woman's okay
I really hope she
and
is
happy
too.
with her boyfriend. If she had a boyfriend,
Yeah,
to go to.
that's the thing. Like she was like, I think I have a boyfriend there. I'm not sure. So like, how did she find him? I don't know.
That is funny.
What was she doing in the airplane? She had no idea.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like a couple weeks ago I saw on Instagram because that's where I get my news.
Yeah.
Some woman that was able to sneak into TSA and got on a plane without a plane ticket. And they didn't realize that she got into a plane after they had landed in whatever country it was.
What?
And then they arrested her in that country and then sent her back to the United States.
How do you even do that?
There was a video of like on TSA where a family was walking through and you see her kind of like shift her body
Yeah.
in between the group or the family, and she just walks.
And there just happened to
And
be an empty seat on a plane.
Something like that. Yeah.
That is so bizarre
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kind of amazing.
I know. I was like, kudos to you, woman. Sucks
Yeah.
that you got caught. You weren't able
Kind
to
of,
enjoy
yeah.
the country.
Like, I wish she could go live her life wherever she was going.
Can you imagine if she would have gone away with it? That would have been amazing.
No, that would have been truly incredible. Yeah.
That's a good movie, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Snuck
And then-
into a plane
And then
started a
getting
brand new life.
embroiled in some sort of like seedy underbelly of crime.
Yeah. Babe, so why did you write here wedding coming up?
Her wedding
Oh.
coming up.
So hold on a second. I'm confused.
We got invited. Remember, it's the
It's a party.
party.
Yes, because we eloped.
Uh-huh.
We're already married.
Uh-huh.
On our 1 year anniversary, we're throwing a soiree of sorts.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's was it
I already RSVP'd, I think.
Yeah, you did.
You
Yeah,
told
yeah.
was it
I thought you knew.
was
I
it
don't know.
was it an email
Online.
invitation? That's why.
Yeah.
I probably didn't get it. You
We're
probably sent
eco-friendly.
it
We're
to
trying not to send out paper.
not
yeah.
like me. It was sending like
But also, as if I think our little protest to not sending out paper invitations is going to save the world.
We're going to use paper straws, everyone.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I just think, I don't know about you, but I just feel like everyone
Saves money.
It does save
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
money.
actually, I will say, I thrifted a ton of old postcards, like old national park postcards.
Oh, fun.
And because that's like big for Dennis and I. And my initial goal was to send those out as save the dates.
oh,
But I got lazy and I didn't do it.
That
so-
that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
So
can
now I've got
understand.
hundreds of vintage national postcards, which national park postcards.
Party favors?
I was
party
thinking maybe
favors,
like
yeah.
thank you cards even.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What I did on my thank yous, which I thought it was a really cute idea, is like our photographer had taken a lot of pictures of our guests, so I just printed all the pictures and sent them in the thank you
Oh,
card.
that's great.
Yeah, a lot
That's
of people
so much
were like,
work.
"That's so brilliant!"
No,
I was
that's so
like,
good. Wait,
very proud.
speaking of,
Yes.
happy anniversary.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
At the time of this recording, 2 years.
2 years.
We're still here.
Do you guys have any marriage advice? What do you think has taken you by surprise?
It's true what they say.
What'd they say?
Once you get married, you don't have sex anymore. I'm kidding.
Because you're always playing dead.
Because I play dead when
Yeah.
she tries to initiate
Yeah, it's
it.
really weird. She won't have sex.
It's
She
how
won't-
I get there.
She
Don't
won't.
question it. I mean, one of the advices, pieces of advice someone always, I mean, you've heard this piece of advice
Don't go to
constantly.
bed
Don't go to bed
angry.
angry.
Yeah.
But that is a very true thing. And
Mhm.
I can't do it. Like if something's on my mind, if I'm upset about something, if I can tell she's upset about something, I think it's more beneficial to try to fix it as quick as possible. Because I think the longer it festers, energy like that, my belief is energy like that can make you sick, can hurt you, can affect you internally. And I think whether it's with your partner, with people in your life, I think it's just so important to like try to fix, even just, all right, I feel a little better about this or whatever it is, like fix that energy as quick as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, that's good. What about you?
For me, it's a remind because like, okay, yes, you're in love and you know, you're excited about becoming husband and wife.
Yeah.
And then life happens.
Life be lifing.
Lifing. And then it can get chaotic
Yeah.
and you forget about, you know, the basic, the love that you have for one another.
Yeah.
So it's reminding each other like, okay, laundry's not done. The dishes aren't done. This isn't done, blah, blah, blah. Not get mad at each other because life is getting in the way, and just reminding yourselves that your home is the nest of your love, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's so true. I think especially somewhere like here where like outside of this place, outside of this home, your little safe bubble, like
Yeah.
it is quite hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
But I feel like I'm still learning. I
Yeah.
will say there was a period where I was like kind of weirded out by it. I was like, this is
Oh,
interesting.
in what way?
Somebody asked me, how's married life? And I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because we're married now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
Is it weird because it doesn't feel that much different?
Right.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
feel
think-
that much different.
And there's so much lead up to like,
Yeah.
ooh, it's gonna
Everything's
be
gonna
different.
change.
Yeah.
I thought, to give you an example, like the first few weeks of after getting married, I was like, I'm a wife now, this and that. We got to do this. I have a responsibility.
We got a
to
dog now.
Yeah. So, but then, you fast forward and I'm like, what was I stressing about becoming a wife? I'm still someone's partner, someone's friend.
Mhm.
So our life is still going.
That's
We
not
still
your
have
full
pain.
identity too. It's you're a human.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
that
I
was
mean?
the other thing too, that you nailed it. The identity. It's like, I'm someone's wife, but that doesn't mean that I've lost myself.
And
I'm
nor do
still-
you belong to me. Like, it's
Exactly.
like we're a
Yes.
partnership. We're like
Yeah.
a team. You're not my property.
That
Like,
round of applause.
that's
for
something
saying.
though, like that we've been kind of taught is like when, like, at least, it's a very Southern thing. Like the past generations of like, oh, you're married now. You only belong to this human being. And like, while like, whatever your beliefs are and like, the sanctity of marriage, I do believe that like when you become married, it's not ownership. You're not property. You're just now partners.
You are a team.
Yeah.
Energetic. Maybe it's like energetically, cosmically, we've acknowledged that we are a thing, even though we always were. This is like an official like stamp.
Yeah.
Like that's all it to me is.
100%.
In a beautiful way to celebrate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think there was advice that Dennis and I got that I think is so profound and so simple, but it was you're marrying the person that you're dating. So like with all this idea that, oh, like she's my wife, so she needs to have dinner on the table. She's my wife, so she needs to do this, or vice versa. Like he's my husband, so he needs to do this. But it's like, if that person didn't do that before you got married, don't expect them to change and like respect them as a fully developed, well-rounded or not well-rounded human being. And like I think sometimes the labels of it can put pressure to be a certain way, but
100%.
like it's just you are a partnership, you are a team, and it's like I think sometimes it gets so muddled with the husband and wife, or wife and wife, or husband thing. Like it's with the marriage thing,
the marriage thing.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love you, babe. Happy anniversary.
Beauty. Yeah. Special.
Yeah, it is.
But it's
When
hard
did you guys
sometimes.
get married?
September 20th of last year.
Oh, the 20th. Look
What's
at
the
us.
20th?
Today's the 20th.
today's our
So the
20th.
20th.
yeah.
That's
What's
so
the
cool.
20th? Yeah. September 20th. And then my birthday is September 21st. So it was a big weekend.
Mine's September
cool.
25th. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. We're both. No, you're not a
I'm a
Libra. You're a Virgo. You're a Virgo,
Yeah.
almost Libra.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wait, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was just star signs reminded me of the Renfair for
Did
some
you
reason.
go?
No, and
I've missed it
so
every year.
Upset. Me too. I'm so upset. On the way over here.
Renaissance
Wait, you're
Fair?
interested in that?
Oh, I would go in a heartbeat.
7 years later, I'm just finding
Like,
what?
hello?
It would be fun as fuck.
It would be so much
It'd be
fun.
so silly.
And it goes on for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I'll go next time. Or like next weekend. And then I just didn't. And it ended yesterday.
Last weekend, yeah. Or this past
Yesterday.
weekend.
And I'm so sad. And that got me thinking, what mythical creature would you be?
A fairy.
Of course.
Of course.
Who doesn't want to be a
I
fairy?
want to be a fairy.
What would you be?
But wait, what other creatures are there?
I mean, infinite. Like this also can expand to
Do we have
goblins.
mermaids?
I'm going to ask
Wizards.
ChatGPT to tell me what mythical creature
Oh,
it
that's a
thinks
great
I am.
idea.
That's actually a good idea.
What do you think you are?
I don't know enough mythical creatures.
I've got an encyclopedia if you want to borrow it.
What do you think I am, Riley?
What do I think you are?
Mhm.
I think you would be I think you'd be some sort of like protective gargoyle.
Mm-hmm.
But a gargoyle.
Yeah. Gargoyles are sick.
They
You could
are
have said a
sick.
protective Viking or a protective
A knight.
prince. You'd be a protective gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Fucking
No, gargoyles.
fat little statue that perches on a fucking building.
Wait, you just did a production of
Oh,
Hunchback
hell
of Notre
yeah.
Dame.
Hunchback. He's
Do
a
you know what?
gargoyle.
You know what?
No, not a phoenix.
The
no.
trickster phoenix. What is a trickster?
Oh.
In a luchador mask.
Luchador mask. Yep.
That's
No,
great.
I think you would be a Viking. I think he's like the guard.
Yeah, see, I said protective.
Who is he?
But I was just giving you the power to fly as well.
Oh, thanks.
And you have
you're
the
a free
power to
spirit.
fly.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah. I have a lot to process here.
So funny.
I'm going to go die
You're
now.
a fairy for sure.
I'm a fairy?
Yeah.
Are there mermaids in this? Okay, well,
anything you
maybe,
want.
I think maybe a mermaid.
Oh, you might be like a siren because you're a little mysterious.
Ooh, yeah.
Is she though?
I think so.
I think she's very
That's-
open about like her facial expression. I've never met somebody that like I always know how she's feeling. She doesn't
that's
hide it.
interesting.
That's the
She
best.
I just
can't
feel
hide
like-
it.
I just feel like there's like, you are so open and bright, but there's like, I can tell there's like a deeper side.
A
to
deeper
you,
side?
You know? Yeah.
It's the misunderstood part.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Mrs. Understood.
The what?
I just said Mrs.
Mrs.
Understood.
Mrs. Understood.
She's married.
Not misunderstood. Mrs. That's actually funny. I'm sad that I
That's pretty
didn't.
good.
I also made a joke earlier that you did not get that I'm going to
What?
bring it back when you said when Gabby was looking for the phrase ends meat and I said that's my favorite kind of meat and you thought I meant something else but I was like pretending like it was a physical meat like you would eat
Oh.
and you totally missed it and I was like fuck that was a good joke.
God.
So now it's even
So
funnier that I
sorry.
I brought
funny.
it back.
I love it when you have to explain a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah. Best
Yeah.
kind of joke.
You should work that with a crowd.
I won't.
Okay. Because you didn't work on this one.
Yeah.
I love you.
Continue.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go play dead.
Renaissance. Renfair.
Renfair.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, what mythical
Yes.
creature? I think I also in the fairy realm, there's sprites and there's nymphs.
Oh.
And I can't choose between the two
You would
because
fuck? What'd you just say?
I can't,
You did say that.
Choose.
Oh.
I can't choose.
Oh, got it.
And I would fuck them both. No, I can't choose between them because nymphs are like a manifestation of the forest or like of nature.
Uh-huh.
But they come from Greek mythology, which is really cool. Sprites are of like European mythology, but they're
Okay.
more like elemental fairies, and so they can represent sort of like whatever elements you want, which
Oh,
I
that's
think is kind
cool.
of neat.
Okay.
But both spirits are sort of like playful and fun.
okay.
So I would be one of those.
I know nothing about the Renaissance. I've never been interested or
No.
nor introduced to it.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I have no.
Isn't Italian culture all about
they do
it,
that.
though?
Remember when we were to that little town in the
Yeah,
mountain?
that's what I'm
they were
saying.
gonna have that.
Oh,
But there's a picture of me somewhere as dressed as Juliet because my mom forced me to do like a Renaissance parade
my
one of
God,
the first
fun.
years that we moved there, and I was so like, I don't want to do this, Mom.
yeah.
And I don't know. There's something about playing that era that I hope this doesn't come off like stuck up of me, but it's just like I'm not interested in that. I don't know if it's because like life seems to be so brutal at that time, and
Yes,
it's
it
just like,
was.
why are we celebrating that? But I can also understand.
But they
how
didn't know any
cool that-
different.
They don't know
Yeah.
any difference, and I can also understand, you know,
I 100%,
the fantasy
100%
of it.
get what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's more of like I think what gets celebrated, at least at a place like that, is like I think it's the lore of like the fantasy.
The fantasy, yeah.
I think so.
But mind you, like when we were in Italy, to give you a great example, while we were in this castle, I was just like, oh, how cool
really?
must it have been to
Yeah.
live in that time and wear these gorgeous dresses and
But it's so
be so proper. And at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like, but were they wearing deodorant? When
These
was the
bitches
last
were not
time they
showering.
showered?
Yeah.
What were they wearing when they were on their periods?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like life
yeast
must have been
infections galore.
ugh.
Yeah,
Like-
100%.
So it's like
God damn.
while I admire
Not-
something, I'm also like creeped out.
No,
It's just-
you're 100,000% correct. I think like the idea of it is like romantic, and you think about like people being courted, but like it was the similar to it's the top 1% that
Yeah.
got to do that.
yeah.
So you know what? Yeah,
I mean, I'll go if you want.
It'd be fun.
We want to go next
I just
year.
think it'd be fun to like go see. I don't know, like jesters and stuff. Oh.
Have you seen that? Like there's a whole thing there where they have this chick that pours beer in your mouth, and she's like being very like sexual, and she's like, "Oh yeah, take it,
Yeah,
take."
yeah. I
That's
saw
like
it.
a whole thing.
I saw it. Yeah.
Oh. Should we go next year
1,000%.
and get all dressed up?
Let's pin it. Put it on the
1,000%.
calendar.
Okay. Yeah.
I
I
told
just think it'd
Dennis
be
he
so
can't
fun.
be working at that time.
No, he will not be. I will.
Which
make sure.
also high potential. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet. I'm embarrassed to admit,
That's okay.
that.
There's a lot of shows.
I know,
Yeah,
and very
there's a
little
lot of
time.
shows.
But it got picked up for season 2.
It did. He just started day 1 of season 2
Yeah.
yesterday.
Amazing,
Yeah.
and he looks so good with
Yeah.
with like a dark wine almost like
At
suit.
the Disney
At the
upfront.
Disney-
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He looked good. I mean, our stylist Lisa Sarah, she hooked it up.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of
awesome.
him. Yeah, their whole cast is amazing, and I think season 2 is going to be really fun because it's, season 1 is always figuring a show out,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
season 2 you're like, oh, this is working. Okay, we're gonna.
And they're
fine-tune
shooting
these
here,
characters.
right?
Yeah, they shoot at Fox, which is 20 minutes away
Amazing.
from our house.
I was gonna ask you, Government Cheese. Wait, I haven't heard about that project.
Yeah.
I-
So it's David. The lead is David Oyelowo.
Okay.
I should have looked up how to pronounce
look
it.
it up.
I'm the
But-
worst with names. So don't.
But he's amazing, and yeah, it takes place in the 60s, and so I got to get all dressed up, and it was a period piece, and it was so much fun. Actually, yeah. And when I was shooting it, my hair was all ratted up in this like beehive, and then I had to go get on that London flight where the lady died.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And is this out yet?
It is out.
It's out. Okay.
Yeah,
Where
I think
can we watch it?
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
I already said that in the intro.
It's like
Forgot to say it.
8. That's okay. It's 8 episodes in, I think.
And what was the show we were talking about when I texted you about high potential? Remember? A couple weeks ago that I told you, it's like, it's just the one line. And you were like, girl, I just did a project with 2 lines.
Oh,
I get you. I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
it
that was
a
literally
struggle.
it. Yeah.
That's
That
That's
was,
it?
That was Government Cheese. I have like 3 lines in it, and I was like, you know what? I'm stoked.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
I really, whenever people downplay
Co-stars.
having 1 or 2 lines, I'm like, you know what? Like, so many people auditioned for that.
Mm-hmm.
They decided that you were special enough
Yeah.
to go and do it. And like, your job as a co-star is to strictly move this
the scene,
scene
yeah.
forward. Like,
Mhm.
you are not there to really
Yeah.
take creative liberty,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And I think that there's a beauty to that sometimes
Mhm.
because like it's a lesson in humility on set too, of
Right.
realizing that like no one really cares about you.
Yeah.
And I try to move forward with that mindset no matter how big the role
Yeah.
is, because it's like everyone's working together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for some context to our listeners, I texted Riley telling her, "Oh my God, I got an audition for High Potential.
Yes.
I'm so excited." She's like, it's a 1 line, but still I'm excited. She's like,
Never
girl,
doubt.
I just did 3 lines on one show. I get it.
Yeah.
It's real. I was
And
like,
made a
it's
full
real.
Instagram
But
post
also,
about it.
like, co-stars can be life-changing.
Yeah.
You never know what
100%.
can happen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Still waiting on the call that they're making my co-star season
A
regular,
recurring,
you know?
yeah, series regular, right? That's the goal.
Yeah.
That would be the dream.
Yeah.
Anyways, our time has come to an end. I don't
Oh my
get
God,
it.
that went
It like
so
flies
fast.
by. I feel like we just and babbed and babbed. And
I
we
always
really
feel
didn't
bad
talk
because
about
I'm like,
something.
I feel bad because I'm like, we literally just blabbed, and I'm sorry that
That's the point.
That's the point.
listeners hope you got something.
Two
from this.
actresses catching up with life. That's the
Ay,
whole
ay,
point of
ay.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Who we are after the camera stopped rolling.
Yeah.
We did it. We
Yeah.
did it. We don't have to talk about things specifically. We
I
can
could
just
literally
talk
talk
about
to you for 4
your-
hours.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
what'd you do today? And that's what we're going to talk about.
Thanks.
But thank you again for coming
You're
back.
the best.
You're the best. We are gonna do couples date night soon.
Oh
whenever,
my God, please. Yeah.
and we'll do a live stream. So
Oh my God. Could you
can
imagine? That's honestly down. Dennis would
I'm
be like,
down.
"Tell
Yeah.
me about that.
But where can our fans find you on your own socials?
I mean, Instagram, Goodbye Riley. That's me.
That's right. Goodbye, Riley.
Yeah, it's because Hello Riley was taken.
Yeah.
when Instagram
We talked
first,
about this
yeah,
last
I
time.
just remember like I will keep it. And did I tell you why I want to keep it? Because when I
Do we talk-
die,
Mhm.
that people
Oh.
can be like, Goodbye Riley. It's really the long game here.
Whew.
Yeah, truly.
A lot of death
I
in
would
this
have-
episode.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Lot.
I'm gonna come
Partially
back and
my
we're
fault.
gonna talk about
We're
really
gonna-
professional stuff.
Yes. Okay.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. We want to talk about life and death.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming back. Follow me at Gabby Gas on Instagram. Check out my song Deep End, which is my love letter to Shane. Available on Apple Music, Spotify, and other
And
platforms.
it's so good.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's so good.
Don't forget to pick up our apparel at afterweshop.com. And there you can also find my items from my boutique, Maruka & Co. And we want to give a special shout out to our after party over on Patreon, both VIP and backstage pass. You can join the party now at patreon.com/afterrewrapshow. Riley Dandy, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
And don't stop putting your feet up.
Don't stop your superstitions.
Don't stop your superstitions when you're on a
But you
plane.
know what I would like to stop? These planes acting up.
Yes. We want to travel and not
Yeah.
be afraid to
And
travel.
not die.
And not die.
Love
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Bye guys. Love you more.